Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into an incredibly fascinating tool called Traveler. It's an AI walking route planner that's honestly designed to completely transform how we experience new cities. So, let's jump right into this, because if you've ever tried to plan a full day of sightseeing, you know exactly how frustrating it can be when things, well, just don't go according to plan.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever spent hours meticulously planning a travel itinerary, only for a single unexpected rain shower to completely ruin the entire day? We have all experienced the total frustration of crafting that perfect schedule. You've got your cafes, your museums, your scenic walks, all beautifully lined up, only to watch the whole thing crumble the second reality actually hits. So why does this keep happening? Well, that brings us to our first major concept.
Section 1. The Trip Planning Trap.
There is just a massive gap between expectation and reality when we travel. We usually expect this perfectly executed, seamless daily itinerary. But reality? Reality is a slightly longer lunch because, hey, the food was amazing. It's a sudden afternoon rain shower, or maybe taking a wrong turn down a really beautiful side street. Any of these completely normal, everyday things quietly wreck the rest of the schedule. And the thing is, cross-referencing guidebooks and those generic top 10 lists just leaves us totally vulnerable to these unpredictable daily disruptions.
You see, the fatal flaw of standard map apps can really be summed up in one sentence. Static plans don't survive contact with reality. It's like you're relying on a rigid, unchanging plan in a highly dynamic, constantly moving environment. You're constantly stressing, asking yourself, wait, is this open right now? Am I actually going to make it to the museum before it closes? A static list simply cannot answer those questions for you in real time. And this leads us directly to the competitor gap. Existing AI trip planners out there, apps like Lila, Mindtrip, Wanderlog, they all share a really big common limitation. They stop at inspiration. They basically just generate a massive wall of text, or, if you're on their free tiers, they just show you some static pins and pictures. They completely lack sequenced adaptive routing. They leave you, the traveler, to interpret the sequence and manage all the logistics yourself. Essentially, they don't walk with you. Section 2. The Full Loop Solution. This is exactly where Traveler steps in, shifting from just giving you trip inspiration to providing active, real-time guidance. They introduce this brilliant 5-step travel loop. Step 1 is plan. You put in your city, your hours, your budget, and even your walking pace. Step 2, refine those stops with instant distance recalculations. Step 3 is walk, and this is cool. It uses live GPS tracking that marks stops as visited the second you pass within 80 meters. Step 4 is adapt, using an always-on AI assistant. And finally, remember and share, which lets you rate routes and post them to a social feed. It literally turns a basic idea into a time-boxed route that actively tracks your progress.
Section 3, anchored in reality, time and space.
To make this full loop work seamlessly, Traveler relies on two massive technical constraints that almost all other apps completely ignore. The first constraint is walkability. Here, walkability is a first-class priority, not an afterthought. Instead of giving you this crazy zigzag postcard itinerary that bounces you wildly across town, Traveler clusters your stops. Each leg of your journey is bounded by a strict walk time cap. It guarantees that the route it gives you is actually physically pleasant to walk. The second constraint is time. Standard planners simply assume all locations are always available. Honestly, they don't care if it takes you an hour to walk there. Traveler, however, simulates your arrival times against real opening hours. Time awareness is strictly enforced rather than just hoped for. The route optimizer actually defers stops that aren't open yet, meaning a museum is never scheduled for after it closes, because your arrival times account for real-world wait and travel times. Section 4, adapting on the fly. Now, the real magic happens when you actually step out your front door. Let's look at 3 very specific scenarios where the AI handles reality for you. First, 15. Picture this. You are enjoying a fantastic local coffee. You totally lose track of time, and you fall more than 15 minutes behind schedule. The always-on AI route assistant immediately notices this delay. Next scenario is 60. Let's say you're walking, and drawing live data from OpenMedio, the app detects that the probability of rain has suddenly crossed 60% during your walk. It knows you're about to get completely soaked. And finally, 300. Perhaps you see something super interesting down a little alleyway, or you just take a wrong turn and you wander more than 300 meters off your planned path.
In all of those scenarios, the delay, the rain, the unexpected detour, the app proposes a corrected route in real time, and it takes just one tap to apply it. It replans instantly based on your new reality. No other trip planner does this live. This means the app is actually walking with you, adapting to your pace and your environment exactly as it happens. Section 5. Tailored to your vibe. Beyond just keeping you on track, the app hyper-personalizes the journey to your specific tastes. It's not just some generic tour guide. A standout feature here is called Place Memory. It actually remembers the places you visited per city and actively excludes them from your future routes. Why does this matter? Well, it means the AI gets smarter with every single trip. If you visit Paris for a third time, your trip will uncover hidden neighborhoods and local secrets instead of just trying to send you to the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre all over again. You can also dictate the exact feel of your day. You have 11 distinct interest vibes to choose from. Things like museums, architecture, avoid crowds, or Asian food. You can flip on a travel like a local toggle that actively deprioritizes top tourist traps for cool neighborhood cafes. There's a sunset dinner toggle that ensures your last stop is a rooftop bar exactly as the sun goes down. And honestly, my personal favorite is photo moments, where the AI perfectly times your arrival at viewpoints for ideal golden hour or blue hour photography. But even with all of that incredible customization, Traveler ensures a well-rounded experience. No matter what vibe you end up choosing, the algorithm guarantees a balanced mix. You will always get 2 to 3 must-see iconic landmarks alongside at least one unconventional, off-the-beaten-path hidden gem per route. It's brilliant because you get the best of both worlds without having to do any of the tedious research yourself. This kind of flexibility serves 4 distinct types of travelers. You've got the short-stay explorer, like someone on a long layover who just wants a great day right now with zero research. The intentional wanderer, who wants cool neighborhood spots over rigid checklists. The optimizer, who wants total, meticulous control over their budget and exactly how many metro legs they take. And finally, the sharer, who wants to document and publish their routes to build a following. It really is the perfect tool regardless of your personal travel style. Section 6. Beyond trip inspiration. Finally, let's look at Traveler's broad accessibility and deep export capabilities. The ecosystem really supports everyone. Whether you use the free version, which caps your AI generations, or you unlock multi-day trips and live AI assistance with Pro, you get seamless cross-platform syncing across web, iOS, and Android, all in 9 different languages. And for the heavy optimizers out there, you can export your routes directly to Google Maps for turn-by-turn directions, to GPX files for your Garmin or Komoot, or even directly to your personal calendar with one event per stop. Ultimately, the definitive gap in the AI travel market comes down to this right here. AI Trip Inspiration hands you a static wall of text and basically just wishes you luck. Active Guidance, on the other hand, plans a real, walkable, time-respecting route and then actively adapts live when reality inevitably changes. Which leaves us with this final, compelling question to consider about the digital tools we currently rely on to navigate the world. If your travel app stops working the very moment you step outside your hotel room, is it really a travel companion? Traveler seems to suggest that true companionship means actually walking every step of the journey with you, rain or shine. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this completely changes how you think about your next city adventure.